In this tutorial, you will learn how to manage users in VERA. Users are agents who work on emails as well as administrators who are responsible for the configuration and management of the VERA system. To create a new user, please go to the tab Settings in the Administrative area and choose Users in the left-hand tree. The existing users are listed in the upper right list with their usernames, first and last names. You can change the sorting of the list by clicking on one of the column headers. Below, you see several tabs that contain different details about the user that was selected in the list. Please click on the button New to create a new user. The dialog that VERA opens contains 4 tabs. The tab Summary shows the user's data in a short list. The tab Name contains fields to specify the first name, last name, username, and initial password. If the checkbox User must change password on next logon is activated, the user has to change his password after logging in for the first time. Next, choose the roles that the user should have to give him access and functional rights in the VERA system. You can optionally set a Windows username and domain for an automatic VERA login. If the VERA client shortcut contains the parameter Auto Login, VERA checks if the user who is currently logged in Windows is linked to a VERA user and logs this user in. The tabs Home and Business contains various address fields that can be used to define user-specific data like phone number, fax number, or personal email address. This data can be used as variables in the predefined email footers. After you finish defining the new user's data, you can create the user by clicking on the button OK. The user is now shown in the list. The buttons Edit and Delete are used to edit or delete the currently selected user. After a user is created, it is necessary to define his competences. This happens in the tabs below the user list. The tab User Ratings is needed to define the user's language skills. The tab Competence Area Assignments is needed to define the competence areas this user is allowed to work on. The tab Subcompetence Area Assignments is needed to define the subcompetence areas from which VERA can assign emails to the user. The tab Team Assignments contains the teams in which the user is a member. The configuration is the same for all tabs. This tutorial shows the competence area assignment as an example. Click on New to open the competence area assignment dialog and choose the object for which the user should have an assignment. The competence level is defined below and ranges from Student to Perfect. These terms are internally translated into numbers from 1 to 6, where 6 is the best. VERA uses the competence levels to decide which agent is most qualified to work on an email and assigns the email to this agent if he is currently working in VERA. Therefore, VERA looks at the competence levels for language, competence area, and subcompetence area, and sums these 3 competence levels. The best possible total competence level for an agent is 18. If you already configured a user completely, and the new user should have the same or a very similar configuration, you can copy the existing user's configuration on the new user. This is done by selecting the new user in the list and clicking on the button Copy Settings From. Now you select the user whose configuration should be copied and click on OK. Please note that the configuration copy includes not only the language, competence area, and subcompetence area assignments, but also the team assignments, the roles that a user owns, the address values in the tabs, Home and Business, and the delay box settings. The delay box is configured per user in the section Delay Boxes. Users can put emails into their delay box for a certain period of time if they need to wait for additional information to answer the email. The delay boxes are restricted by 3 settings. These are the maximum number of emails that a user can have in his delay box at the same time, the maximum duration for the delay, and the maximum age that an email must have when it is being delayed. After changing the VERA configuration, it is necessary to save it. To do so, please click on the icon Save All.